been a few days, really like a week or two since I've actually recorded. Like I've been on and stuff doing raids every so often. Or well, mostly every day doing the raids. Basically I run out of resources already, so yeah. Just because I haven't gotten time to sit around and play. It's not intentional, but well. It's just I've been busy with work and some other stuff, but otherwise, yeah. Looks like I've talked to this person.
Good, you're back. I found Gennard and I see you've managed to return with the rest. Show off. Now that we settled that matter, what did the Pyre Watch warrior tell you about the Grey Host? I was afraid of that. So much about the First Era has been lost. I wonder if the Pyre Watch knows anything about the other details we learned, about the survivor and their connection to a Dureni noble. That matches what we already uncovered, and confirms the Dureni connection. Did you find out anything else I should know? A riddle, damn it. There's always a riddle. Well, I say we go to Viridian Watch and figure this out on our own. I'll mark the location on your map. Now let's go before Scholar Deal tries to regale me with more tales of the Knights of St. Palin. I'll meet you at Viridian Watch.
I guess I'll walk there since I really do need the resources, so yeah. Yeah, so I did go to Legoland a little over a week ago. So I don't think that's the last time I recorded. It was just before went to Legoland. Yeah, it's been, like I say, 20 years since I went to Legoland, so kind of nice to see it again. Of course, it's mostly aged now, sadly. It doesn't look like they really refurbish it as that much. So a lot of it's like the original stuff, you know, which is a bummer, but oh well. We need to get to the Lego movies portion, which is the newest part, I think. Hungry all of a sudden. But right there. Yeah, I don't really have anything like officially planned coming up, besides mostly work. I'm taking a couple days off just to relax coming up soon, like 4 days. Just needed a break from work, you know, I've been working so much. These things are so crazy to me. Oh, actually I'm gonna try and see a movie today. That's something I have to look forward to at least. I don't think it's necessarily going to be a great movie, but I have my pass, so looks like okay. The Regal Unlimited thing. So I figured I'd go see a movie. I hate wisps. It's because they're like hard to hit. There. Yeah, on my off time, whenever I don't record, I tend to go to these monster places and defeat them, just to get them cleared off my map.
Look! There's a sigil, right there. Don't you see it? It makes so much sense. The riddle. Only those worthy can find the way to safety. Only vampires and werewolves can see these sigils. That explains why no one ever found anything. That's because you aren't a vampire or a werewolf. Hold on, I've got just the thing. Here, a blood pendant. It lets me share some of my vampiric essence so you can see the sigils too. It's perfect. We follow the sigils, of course. The Greyhost survivor must have used these as a guide, and they were made for that specific purpose. Now, let's see where they lead.
Sorry about that. I had to use the restroom. It kind of this happens sometimes. It's not intentional, of course. I just mean to just leave. But yeah, I did something like this. Was it with her? I can't remember. No, it's just been all gross the last couple of days. Today is my only day off this week, and I only have one day off next week too.
Another one. Keep going west.
Oh, they changed the thing a little bit. Can't tell if it's lagging or it's just the new mechanics.
South here. Not that we have a choice.
Super close to the next level, level 50. So I'm trying to get there ASAP.
East. Down that tunnel.
Probably still working on it, so I won't say anything just yet. But let's see. So they've been closing, doing the refurbishments a lot lately, like game closures or whatever the server fixes. And I think when they say that, I assume that they're just updated. I don't know if I've said anything here yet, but I did see the movie Prey on Hulu. It's pretty good for what I thought it was going to be.
East here. And down again.
Just a little basic for the most part, not in a bad way. It's hard to explain, but felt like a '90s movie where it was, yeah, kind of like the original, where it was nothing super insane, but in a good way. The overkill. So I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. Because it was unique enough, you know. I guess the movies don't really have a huge like storyline going on per se, but not in a bad way. It's just that they don't have like,
another one, northeast around this corner.
Tomatoes.
Another one, northeast around this corner.
Another one.
Another one, northeast around this corner.
Cool. Have a lot to work on later today for these. Bananas, grapes, all the things.
Keep going straight. I think we're close.
The reason I do take so much of this stuff is because I'm trying to save one for a house
Keep going
and
straight.
enough
I
storage.
think we're close. Ha! This must be it. Now how to go about opening it. That's done it. Let's check inside.
Sanctuary.
Rada Al-Saran was a survivor. That figures. And Lady Thorne helped him. Or should I say, Lady Ingrid. Looks like he had quite the setup down here. I'm surprised that's lasted all this time. Wait, what's that? Let me see it. I recognize this signet, but that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. No, this can't be. But it is, isn't it? Damn it. I don't like where this is going. I've seen this signet before, or one just like it. My mentor, Count Varandas, had one. But why would he have something connected to the Grey Host? That doesn't make any sense. You're right, of course. There must be something we're missing. We need answers, and there's only one place to find them. Ravenwatch Castle in Rivenspire. Let's go. I'll explain more when we get there. I need time to think. Over here. Good, you made it. So, I've had some time to think. I know this may seem a little unorthodox, but I want to go into the castle through the secret passage. Yes, but we just learned that Count Verandis, my friend, my mentor, and the leader of House Ravenwatch possesses a Grey Host signet. That disturbs me, and I'm not disturbed easily. I want to investigate this quietly, without attracting attention. I don't want to do that until I have more information. Verandis and Look, I'm not just going to run in there and hurl accusations at him, especially about something this serious. I want to figure this out before I confront him. Verandis stores relics he's collected over the centuries in the castle cellar. Always keeps the door locked tight. I trust Verandis, but I need to see what he's hiding. I hope this is all a misunderstanding, that I'm wrong about all this. We'll see. This way. The door's over here. Watch out for vermin. We don't fumigate down here as often as we should.
It's just a cave, right?
Let's hurry to the cellar. I'm fairly certain I can get it unlocked. Give me a moment. Hurry now. Inside. See if you can find the signet. It must be in one of these crates or boxes. Another secret door? I didn't know that was here. It has the same mark as the signet. Maybe. It opened. Let's see what's inside.
Find the witch in the wardrobe.
What is this place? Did Verandis use this as a secret study? That letter. What does it say? That letter. Please tell me it's just an old to-do list or something, and not actually proof that the man I trusted with my life was involved with the Grey Host. What? Verandis, how could you? I don't want to believe it, and yet here it is, right before my very eyes. Why didn't he ever tell me? I thought I knew everything there was to know about him. No, there has to be more. What else does the letter say? It's possible that castle no longer exists, but I want to go. I refuse to believe Verandus was part of the Grey Host. There has to be more to this. Some piece of the puzzle that makes sense of everything. Are you still with me? Thank you. The cart's still waiting outside. We'll take it to the docks and travel by boat from there as we follow this map. Go on ahead. I want to take one more look around. Make sure we didn't miss anything.
Count Verandus, we know you're in there. Open the door, please.
There's trouble in Crestshade, but I'm not sure I'll find a safe haven at that place up there.
Alright. It's you.
There's trouble in Crestshade, but I'm not sure I'll find a safe haven at that place up there. If you're headed to Crestshade, you need to know there's trouble there.
Not anything else here, yeah.
I think I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Delaying the inevitable won't help anyone, and it won't get me the answers I need. Come on, let's go see what's on this secret island. Answers, I hope. Look, I have to do this. I'm going to see this journey through, no matter what truth waits at the end. Let's just go. The sooner we get this over with, the better. First, however, take this. You earned it. That letter we found. I can't believe Verandus was part of something as evil as the Grey Host. I guess we need to go to the secret island, and the castle if it still exists. I won't rest until I learn the truth. The whole truth. We follow the map. We'll take the cart to Shornhelm's coast, hire a ship, and sail to the spot indicated on the back of the letter. Fingers crossed, we'll be there faster than you can say Gore apple pie. Look around, and hopefully find nothing. Determine this was just all a big misunderstanding. That Verandus was never a member of the Grey Host. If not, then I suppose I want to find undeniable proof that my mentor was a monster. So, can we go now? This still doesn't feel entirely real. I can't believe we found a letter tying Verandus to the Grey Host. From Rada al-Saran of all people. At least there's a map. Let's find this damned island and finish this. The cart's waiting. We discovered a signet that looks just like one my mentor, Count Verandus, used to have. A signet that belonged to Rada al-Saran. When we searched Ravenwatch Castle, we found an old letter to Verandus, requesting he come to a secret island. Not much. The letter mentioned a name, Greyhelm. Kind of pretentious if you ask me. And there's supposed to be a castle. If it's still there after all these centuries, maybe we can learn more about Verandis and his connection to the Grey Host. I don't know what to think. Maybe he was forced to join them, or lied to, or tricked, or... You know what? Speculating is pointless. We have an island to find. Let's get on with it.
That's brightness.
This is where the map led us. A lovely and ominous spot for a foreboding Grey Host castle, don't you think? If we can't find something about Rada al-Saran and Verandis here, then I'm not sure where else to look. While it seems obvious to start with the unnecessarily ostentatious vampire castle over there, I think we should survey the island first. The Grey Host may be gone, but they could have left traps, and who knows what kind of wildlife lives here. I don't know, something gothic and ridiculous. I don't like to generalize, but vampires tend toward the dramatic. Just be careful. We won't learn anything about Verandis and the Grey Host if we go and get ourselves killed.
Serious, we're not enemies, really. Can't tell.
Did you see that? That crystal thing clearly reacted. It pulsed as I approached it. Well, it hasn't exploded or fried us to a crisp yet, so I'm thinking no, probably not. I've seen something like this before, part of a ward. I think it responds to the presence of a vampire, like those sigils we saw. Now that they're awake, it should be simple enough to deactivate them. I'm not sure if your eyes are as good as mine, but I think I see a few more up ahead. I'll keep watch while you deal with the crystals. Well done. Let's go deal with the rest of the ward crystals.
Let's go all the way up the stairs.
You're pretty good at this.
Yeah, no, okay. The car's there. No, I meant gargoyle, but oh well, too late.
Good job. Let's find another ward crystal.
creatures actually do look scary as the vampire form. She said she was ahead and I came right back. What happened? Yeah, I was supposed to be the guy disarming this, and she's the one supposed to attack me. Yeah, they ain't fair.
That was definitely a rumble. Let's go check the castle.
I want a castle, but the maintenance I imagine is too much, so not just money, but I mean like cleaning and organizing and stuff like that. That alone is like it. Sometimes I forget whether or not I started recording or accidentally turned it off, but
The way looks clear. Let's see if we can get
looks like
inside.
it's still recording. So that's good. Great.
I hate to admit it, but this place is impressive.
Could have sworn I did this already. What happened?
This place must have been impressive back in the day, but now it's just decrepit. Looks like it's been abandoned for centuries. Luckily, I came prepared. How do you feel about trying something unconventional? The members of House Ravenwatch exchange vials of their own blood. That shows a rare level of trust, even among vampires, since blood can be used in all sorts of spells, both beneficial and harmful. I brought some of Verandis' blood with me. By putting a drop of his blood in this potion, we can dreamwalk and access any memories Verandis has of this place. I'll leave it here on the table for when you're ready. I'd drink it myself, but a dreamwalk requires an impartial participant. This place must... dangerous, not usual.
Exarch Verandis, while we have your crates moved to your study, Exarch Singalis and Ulfra would like a word. It is good to see you, Exarch Verandis. Lord Rada al-Saran will be pleased you accepted his invitation. You have been terribly missed. Exarchs Ulfra and Singalis asked me to send you to them as soon as you arrived. They wish to speak with you. Of course, Lord Verandis. My apologies. Please, you shouldn't keep the Exarchs waiting. Exarch Ulfra likes to look out over the courtyard from the eastern balcony. Exarch Singalis rarely leaves his laboratory on the upper level. Both want to see you. I will inform you once your crates have been moved to the study set aside for you.
Yeah, think about it. I just watched the first episode of the House of Dragon, the Game of Thrones spin-off. It's one of those things where I like it visually. It's amazing visually. But I'm nervous that they'll do the same thing to this show as they did Game of Thrones. Just hoping, since it's a new creator, it'll turn out differently. That HBO learned their lesson. Well, now saying that, I've been watching all the Discovery stuff, so...
Can you smell them, Verandis? Prey on the wind. We should be out hunting them, not uselessly debating in these halls of stone. When you see Lord Rada al-Saran, do not continue your age-old argument. He needs to remain focused. I'll never understand your obsession with sheep, Verandis. There are hunters and prey. We are hunters. Your sympathy for prey borders on the insane. As were you, until Molag Bal made you into something more, something worthy. Lord Hircine made me one of his most powerful hunters, because he knew mortality restricted me. I could not reach my full potential until he rescued me from that fate. The wolf does not fear 1,000 rabbits. It merely enjoys the bounty Hircine has provided. Humans, no matter how large their pathetic armies grow, will never threaten us. Come to your senses, Verandis. Come back to your brothers and sisters. You're a fool, Verandis. You always have been. Why does Lord Rada al-Saran continue to humor you? We don't need you on the Grey Council. You aren't even fit to be one of Styric's foot soldiers. Go bother someone else with your nonsense. Greyholm is impressive. I won't deny that. But I detest all the sitting around and debating. I'm a hunter. I ache to feel a mortal writhe in my grasp, to watch their blood spray against the dirt. Don't you? Why do I even try to talk to you about such things? Lord Rada al-Saran should have dealt with you years ago, but he keeps calling you back. Ugh.
All these hallways and things, like, it's insane. Laboratory.
Ah, Verandis. Good. I wanted to talk to you. I never tire of looking at this creation. Tell me again, why did you abandon your stone husks? I thought you wanted your precious mortals to enjoy the everlasting life of their betters. Is that what bothers you? One small failure and you abandon such promising research. You had the opportunity to seize control of existence itself, to control both life and death. Such power is unimaginable, yet you squander it. Cost? Pah! What cost? Mortals are as cheap and plentiful as grains of sand on a beach. Once you mastered your creation, you'd be able to resurrect them at will. They would worship you as a god. Wouldn't that bring about the peace you crave? How can you be so misguided? Mortals are so far beneath us they cannot even comprehend their own inadequacy. I only hope Lord Rada al-Saran can talk some sense into you. Meanwhile, I will study this creation. Perhaps even succeed where you failed. How I have missed our endless debates, my friend. Our deep and fascinating discussions about science and philosophy. I look forward to renewing that exchange. If you haven't presented yourself yet, you should go see Lord Rada al-Saran. I've been quite successful in your absence. Rada al-Saran discovered a strange relic beneath the Reach. I spent weeks examining it. It's quite remarkable, and I've only scratched the surface of the possibilities it might offer our kind. I'd prefer not to draw any conclusions until I've had time to examine it at length. But I welcome the chance to discuss it with you once you've settled in.
Yeah, I forgot this is a dream. What am I doing?
Verandis, my friend. At long last. How good to see you, Verandis, my old friend. You look well. Our halls have felt quite empty without you. What do you think of our new home? Is it not, as I wrote in my letter, everything one could ask for? To parley with the mortal queen. I have, but my stance has not changed. The Grey Host's strength has grown over the centuries, while dozens of mortal kingdoms have risen and fallen. What sense is there in revealing ourselves to them now? What mortals gain from an alliance with us is obvious. But what benefit do we receive from them? King Styric and our Grey Host could crush this Empress Hestra and her armies in a day. I know you worry for our people, Verandis, but you need not. For such a brilliant mind who helped conceive our Grey Council, you can be so short-sighted, Verandis. I will say this. If the mortals do not move against us, we will not move against them. But I cannot protect your precious mortals from themselves. Enough talk of alliances and mortals. It has been too long since we last saw one another, Verandis. Let us speak of better times. Drink the blood offered, and contemplate the tremendous responsibility we bear to keep our people safe. Of course, Verandis. I know you too well to think you would let the topic go so easily. I promise we will speak of it again. There is no need to rush. We have not seen each other in an elf's age. I would hear what you have been up to, my brother. And yet you waste years away from your family, caring for those who live short and meaningless lives. Ah, Verandis, is my word not enough to appease you? We will speak more of this later. For now, I wish to discuss more pleasant topics. Good. You cannot imagine how much I have leaned upon them in your absence. It should please you to know that Ulfra shows restraint these days. And I know Zingalis would love to discuss his experiments and research with you. They understand little that does not serve their own needs. They do not understand why we started the Grey Council, or what an asset you are to the Grey Host. It will take much to convince them to make peace with mortals. Of course, Verandis. I know you too well to think you would, and yet you waste years away from your family. We have talked, and I have listened. I have humored your ideals far longer than they deserve. I invited you because you will flourish here, Verandis. You belong here, among your brothers and sisters, not meandered in the tribulations of mortal life. Your dream and mine are similar, my friend, but they are not the same.
Lord Verandis, I apologize for the delay. The study is ready for you.
Easy, friend. It's time to wake up. Find the Dream Walk potion and drink it. You cried out in your sleep just before you woke up. What happened? Are you all right? Oh, that would explain it. Don't worry, it's not you. It's almost impossible to read in a dream walk. But did you say Verandis' study? He had a study in this terrible place? Was he truly a member of the Grey Host? Sounds like Verandis. That's why he founded the Raven Watch after all. To allow vampires like us to gather safely, only feed on willing subjects, and help mortals instead of preying upon them. So he wasn't hoping to conquer Tamriel? Then he didn't lie to me. He's still the man I know and trust. He left out a few things, of course, but I'll deal with that another time. That study of his, it might still be here. Can you lead me to it?
I can't personally imagine living in these
After all this
houses.
time, his scent lingers in this place. Did you find the journal? What's it say? The journal was still here? Amazing! What did it say? Let me see that. Huh. Ritual simple enough. Just light some candles and place the reliquary. It looks like he abandoned the research before ever testing it on a vampire. Something about life energy and too great a cost. When a vampire dies, our souls go to Cold Harbor. We can use that to our advantage. If we want answers, why not go straight to the source? Let's resurrect one of these Grey Host leaders. A member of this Grey Council Verandis wrote about. Why not? They're evil. Who cares what the ritual does to them? We have to interrogate them and find some weakness. Some way to stop the Grey Host. Go downstairs and find the reliquary Verandis wrote about. Then meet me in the ritual chamber. Get the reliquary and meet me in the ritual chamber.
Side!
Spooky. this area over with. This is spooky.
That's a stone husk, all right. Light the candles to begin the ritual. Good. Now place the reliquary. The ritual. It's working.
Good, just do something down.
Don't move, Exar. We've got questions.
So hungry.
Fine. You want to fight? Let's do this. We just want to talk. Verandis, what are you doing here?
Who do you think sealed this place, child? I came as soon as my wards were disturbed.
Verandis, you should have told me about the Grey Council.
So you know, Gwendis. Come, let us all speak outside. So you're the one who helped my ward Gwendis with her inquiries. If I had been completely honest with her, I could have saved you both the trouble. Please, accept my apologies. That was the ancient past. There was no reason to mention my involvement with the Grey Host. I never imagined they would return. Rada al-Saran and I were friends once. I tried to convince him to take a different path, but to no avail. You saw? Then know that I regret not trying harder. If I'd pushed, could I have averted the war? I suppose we'll never know. Regardless, Gwendis informs me that Rada al-Saran may be alive, and somehow the Grey Host has returned to threaten our world. Now I take up the mantle of what you and Gwendis started. We must find out what this revived Grey Host plans and devise a way to stop them. When the time comes, House Ravenwatch will send for you. I pray you will continue to aid us.
I started looking for information about the Grey Host and discovered that my mentor had a hand in their creation. Verandis may have kept his past a secret, but at least we know he opposed their plans for conquest. He wasn't a part of their war. I heard what he said. I'm still angry that he kept this part of his past a secret, but we'll work it out, eventually. In the meantime, at least I know I can trust him, that he didn't betray the ideals of House Ravenwatch. Of course, there's too much at stake to let a few secrets get in our way. I'll help in whatever way I can, and once we know more, we'll send for you. I figure you want to see how this ends just as much as we do. Take this, my friend. You earned it. For helping me learn more about Rada al-Saran and the Grey Host, and for discovering the true connection between Verandis and the Grey Council. When you're ready for a reckoning, House Ravenwatch will contact you. So, any 1,000-year-old secrets I should know about?
Do you really want to hear all the sordid details of my past, Gwendis?
Oh, there's some more people. Alright, once I get here, I'm gonna stop recording. So I'm gonna just try and do some of the rants. I know I don't have that much. I don't have that much resources, but I'll kind of do all my inventory today. So otherwise, that'll be it for today. So peace out.